Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. There have been some in the community that have been asking questions about the onslaught of what appears to be negative pretrial publicity in the mass media concerning Mr. Kohberger, and could this possibly lead to the trial being adjourned or even a motion for change of venue being filed. These are questions that remain unanswered. As of today, May 12th, there is nothing on the court docket indicating any kind of a motion filed. However, in looking back at Judge John Judge's September 6th, 2024 court order granting defendant's motion for change of venue out of Latah County, there's some information here, not just about Latah County, but Ada County. Page 1 of this order tells us that a change of venue hearing was held on August 29th, 2024. At that time, the defense offered live testimony from 4 expert witnesses. Their names appear on page 2 of this court order. The court at page number 3 said, because of the extensive media coverage from the outset of the unalivings, a non-dissemination order was quickly put into place by stipulation of the parties on January 3rd, 2023, to help protect Kohberger's right to a fair trial by an impartial jury. The non-dissemination order, as amended, has remained in place through the duration of this case. And then the court a little bit further down says that despite efforts by the parties in the court to protect the jury pool from being inundated with information that is potentially prejudicial and false, extensive media coverage by mainstream media sources such as newspapers, radios, television stations has continued throughout the state and nationally. Now, the content that I wanted to directly point you to within this document, beginning at page number 8, one of the experts reported that the percentage of respondents who reported to a survey that was conducted stated that Kohberger would have a difficult time convincing them he is not guilty, was actually higher in 2 other counties surveyed than Latah County, the first being Ada County. 56% of the respondents stated that. Then if we go on, there's some extensive research by a second expert. This is Dr. Brian Edelman, and his testimony begins here at page 7. It says here, Dr. Brian Edelman is a social psychologist who worked as a trial consultant for jury selection and pretrial research. In this case, the defense hired Dr. Edelman to conduct a survey of Latah County residents, Ada County residents, Canyon County residents, and Bannock County residents to determine if a change of venue motion was warranted. The key findings from the survey show that case recognition is high throughout Idaho. 98% of survey respondents in Latah County, this is where the crimes occurred, recognized the case. 93% of survey respondents in Ada County recognized the case. So this is just a 5% difference. And then it goes on to say that in Ada County, 68% of respondents who recognized the case believe Kohberger is guilty. 22% reported believing Kohberger is, quote, definitely guilty. And then it continues on the next page, further results. The percentage of respondents who reported that Kohberger would have a difficult time convincing them he is not guilty was actually higher in all other counties surveyed. This is versus Latah County, with 56% in Ada County responding in this manner, ladies and gentlemen. And then we go on to page number 9, and Dr. Edelman has reported here that case recognition and presumption of guilt is and will continue to be high throughout Idaho, given extensive media coverage. So we're going to wait and see if there's any motion to change venue again. There would have to be some statistical evidence provided, such as what experts provided in the prior evidence produced in support of change of venue. If and when any motion is filed, we will, of course, update you. Thank you for listening today.